Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1961, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. What term describes the environmental phenomenon resulting from the combination of sulfur dioxide and nitrogen compounds in precipitation? Acid rain. Which U.S. national park, famous for geothermal features like geysers and hot springs, has multiple entrances that provide access to its vast landscapes? Answer: Yellowstone National Park. Who became the 35th President of the United States in 1961? John F. Kennedy. What is the name of an angle that measures more than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees? Reflex angle. What is the name of the dish made from chicken breasts stuffed with herb-infused butter and typically breaded and fried until crispy? Chicken Kiev. Which children's book character was created by John de Bruynhoff? Babar. Which member of the onion family is commonly used as a garnish for baked potatoes and has a mild flavor? Chives. In which concentration camp did Anne Frank die? Bergen-Belsen. Which club did Manchester United sign goalkeeper Tim Howard from? New York, New Jersey MetroStars, MLS. Which country, famous for its ancient history and picturesque islands, has a national anthem with 158 stanzas, making it one of the longest in the world? Greece. The poison arrow or poison dart is a common name for what type of creature? Frog. What kind of plant is the California buckeye? A deciduous tree native to California, Aesculus californica. Which country is home to the historic region famous for its fertile farmland and the Angus cattle breed? Scotland. Who famously said, at a pivotal moment in the history of inventions, "Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you." Answer: Alexander Graham Bell. Which novel by E.M. Forster is divided into three parts titled Mosques, Caves, and Temples? A Passage to India. Which unit of distance equals 1,852 meters, approximately 6,076 feet? Nautical mile. Which European ruler was Empress Eugenie, 1826 to 1920, married to? Emperor Napoleon III. Who portrays Meredith Grey on the U.S. television series Grey's Anatomy? Ellen Pompeo. Which woman did Oedipus unknowingly marry? Who was actually his mother? Jocasta. In which year did the Channel Tunnel open? 1994. What is the name of the traditional Spanish rice dish that features saffron and is often cooked in a wide, shallow pan? Paella. Which natural phenomenon is associated with the Greek goddess Iris, who was said to serve as a link between the earth and the heavens? Rainbow. Who composed the 16th century opera La Bohème? Giacomo Puccini. What quirky decorative item invented by Edward Craven Walker in the 1960s is known for its mesmerizing movement of colorful blobs in a heated liquid? Lava lamp. Which author wrote the novels East of Eden, Of Mice and Men, and The Grapes of Wrath? John Steinbeck. Samsung, founded in 1938 by Lee Byung-chul, is the largest business group in which country as of 2014? South Korea. Which band had a 1960s hit with the song She's Not There? The Zombies. Which magazine, founded in 1920 and known for high-end interior design and architecture, has been a staple in the industry? Architectural Digest. Which English city was known to the Romans as Mamutium? Manchester. Which famous Parisian monument was commissioned by Napoleon Bonaparte to celebrate his military victories? Arc de Triomphe. What branch of mathematics involves the study of points, lines, and surfaces, often exploring their properties and relationships? Geometry. Who was the original lead vocalist for the band Genesis? Peter Gabriel. In Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, who is Olivia's uncle? Sir Toby Belch. Dido was the legendary founder of which ancient city? Carthage. Which religious group, originating from the Bible student movement, formally adopted its name in 1931 and is known for its distinct beliefs about the end times and refusal to participate in military service? Jehovah's Witnesses. Which American author is known for a novel that examines the complexities of a Southern family using multiple perspectives and nonlinear timelines? William Faulkner. Which land animal can have an erect penis up to about 5 feet long? Giraffe. What are the names of the 3 animated characters who represent a popular breakfast cereal known for the sound the cereal makes when milk is added? Snap, Crackle, and Pop. What common substance, often called rubbing alcohol, is used for its antiseptic properties? Isopropyl alcohol, rubbing alcohol. Which island nation has St. George's as its capital city? Grenada. Which American journalist and social critic, often referred to by his initials, was famous for his sharp wit and criticism of American culture in the early 20th century? Answer H.L. Mencken. Which beef dish is named after a 19th century Russian diplomat? Beef stroganoff. Black, whooper, and Bewick's are all varieties of which bird? Swan. Which airline operated Flight 800, the flight that tragically exploded and crashed off Long Island shortly after departing New York in 1996? Trans World Airlines, TWA. Which Canadian singer recorded the hit song Summer of '69? Bryan Adams. Which peninsula is divided in half by a demilitarized zone? The Korean Peninsula. How old was Jimi Hendrix when he died in 1970? 27. Which artists performed the 1961 recording of There's a Hole in the Bucket? Harry Belafonte and Odetta. What does an omniscient being have in unlimited amounts? Knowledge. Which book of the Bible contains 150 songs and prayers? Psalms. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.